It's montage time.
Devil in a red dress, call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress, call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang bang, got my hand, bang, got my hand, call 911.
Hi, here we go.
I got a baby blown over with a demon inside me.
Straight Shooter Coffee, the official coffee of Therapy Range. So the other day I was out here breaking stuff on Therapy Range. Y'all remember the video, I put it up last week. When I went back in the house after I was done shooting, I never bothered to come back out on the range and bring the rest of the guns in the house. The gun's been sitting out here for a week. It's been rained on. It even got snowed on a little bit. The Glock did just fine. You know, I can't even really tell the Glock's been left laying outside, but the Llama 1911, I don't know how well that translates on camera, but yeah, I fucked one of my guns up. Today we are going to go over the Kel-Tec P17. This is one of the newest blasters that are available from the Kel-Tec line of pistols, chambered in 22 LR. This is a 10-shot semi-automatic pistol. Comes with 3 magazines from the factory. Very, very affordable pistol. There's a couple of things about it that I don't care for, and we'll get to those here in just a minute. But for the time being, I think we just need to shut up and shoot. So I'm going to do that. I've got 3 different types of ammunition out here. Right now I've got the Federal Value Pack. These are 36 grain 22 LR hollow points. Let's see how she likes them. She didn't seem to mind them at all. Oh. Next up, we've got some CCI mini mags. I'm pretty confident that these are going to cycle just fine. But you never know. We're going to find out though. But we're going to find out together. Oh yeah, together. Seem to shoot those just fine. Next up, we've got the Winchester Wildcats. These are 40 grain 22 LRs. The mini mags were 40 grain 22s as well. Making freedom ring right here on Therapy Range. So all three brands of ammunition we brought out work just fine. I did not bring out any Thunderbolt 22 LR because frankly I don't own any. I call them Thunder Turds. They're filthy, nasty ammunition. They're terribly dirty. They foul up your gun really, really quick. And I just don't like them. So I stopped buying them. I got one more box of ammo I want to try. I brought out some Blazer. These are 40 grains as well, but these are not jacketed. These are lead round nose. So I'm going to load a magazine or two up with these, and we'll see how these work. Stand by.
A few moments later.
And I know somebody is most definitely going to ask about that thing protruding off the end of the barrel. That is a FS22 Pike Arms, but it's not a real can. It's just for looks. I know. Maybe one of these days, one of these suppressor companies out there will be like, hey, Paul, we would like you to review our product and send me one. I don't mind paying for the tax stamp. I just don't want to pay $500 or $600 for a suppressor plus another $250 for the tax stamp and to have to wait for it. If all I had to do was to buy the $250 tax stamp, I'd probably go ahead and get some suppressors. But let's see how these 40 grain Blazers roll. Here you go, Scope. Hey, watch the trigger pull. See how that goes? Nice and gentle. When I come off the trigger, I don't even let off the trigger. See how that, not that, you want this. Just gently bringing that trigger back and staying on the trigger. That way you don't have to worry about all the take-up. Speaking of triggers, let's talk about the trigger in this gun. All right, so we're cocked. Here's your take-up on it. So again, there's the take-up. And it breaks really, it's not a defined break, okay? And then there's the release. You can barely feel the release. But the trigger is, other than the reset on the trigger, I mean, it's got a pretty smooth, I mean, the travel time, like I said, it's not crazy. I mean, there's your take-up right there. And that's the wall. So, I mean, the wall is not very sharp. You know, so here comes the take-up. That's the break. And there's the reset. I mean, it's not terrible. I wouldn't want to put it up against, like, even the Taurus TX22. I think that trigger is slightly better than this one. go ahead. All right, so we got the can off of there, the fake can taken off of it. We'll talk a couple of things about it that I don't care for. First and foremost, slide release. The slide release on this gun is so tiny. It's such a tiny, tiny, tiny little slide release right there. It's so easy to just miss that. So right off the rip, I don't care for the slide lock release or the slide release. The next thing is that the gun, to the novice, will come off looking as though it's RMR cut. See the two screws right there? That is not that is not an RMR cut. When you take this gun down, you got takedown pins on either side. You're going to lock it in the rear position, pull those takedown pins, and just lift up on the gun. And the gun comes apart. From here, you take those two screws out, and that opens up for the bolt assembly to be able to get in and take your bolt assembly all the way down. To reassemble it, just like it came apart, just a hammer-fired gun, fixed barrel. You know, that barrel doesn't move, so it should improve your overall marksmanship. And then to put it back together, you just line it all back up. I've actually never done this before. We're doing it together for the first time. Dope! Alright, so I got her figured out. You have to hold them takedown pins down when you take it off as well, too. So, you know, like I said, I'm a little butthurt that that's not what I thought it was. It's my own fault for not asking questions. It's all good, not the end of the world. Let's shoot it some more. What do you guys think? All right, let's do that. I want to load up another magazine and see what kind of shot placement that we can get. You guys want to do that with me? Oh, cool. Well, just leave me a comment down in the comments below and let me know what do you think about the Kel-Tec P17. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews. Some guys love it, some guys hate it. There's a couple of things that I don't care for about it. There's a couple of things I do. The weight of the weapon without this thing on it, even with a loaded magazine, is basically nothing. Come on, get off of there. I mean, the actual weight of the gun, I mean, it can't be over a pound. There's no way it could possibly be over a pound. But let's shoot some more. Why don't we do that? It's time to stop talking and start shooting. Come on! Alright guys, so I got a fresh target set up down here. I got 10 rounds of that Blazer 40 grain 22s. Let's see what kind of shot placement we can get. All right, let's go check it out. So just so you can see, the first 3 or 4 mags that I shot, this was the grouping that I got with all of those. And then this is the magazine that I just fired. So that's roughly a 4x4 at, you know, 30 feet away, 25 feet away.
It's time to shut up and shoot.
Hi, here we go.
I got a baby blown over with the demon inside me.
Therapy Range is proudly sponsored by Cocaine Bear Piss. We produce and ship only the most royal class of products. We work with only the finest hosts for our kingly line of merchandise. Style matters, you motherfuckers.